Oh, there she is. She's about 2.5 years old. Her name is Zoe.
Oh yeah, Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe's very popular at Moccasin Lake and at summer camps and schools. All the kids, the first thing they want to know is, did you bring the Zoe? And that's Zoe.
Zoe.
Yeah, she's just a regular ball python. She's supposed to be like a vanilla, which doesn't mean a whole lot to me. So she's just a ball python because I just use her for education.
They're very popular pets, aren't they?
Yeah, very popular. The #1 sought after snake in the reptile trade for a pet.
Does she breed?
I don't have anything to breed her with. Yeah,
So no.
I don't. Plus, they lay eggs, and I don't want to have to deal with eggs.
Oh, okay.
So I have no, and there's a zillion ball pythons out there.
Yeah, well,
I just use her for education. She's so docile and so friendly. And a lot of people that come in Moccasin Lake will hold her and have petted for a snake for the very first time in their life. And they'll end up holding her before it's over with. That's a jungle het albino male.
the one in the middle.
Which is the one in the middle, and the outside one is just a regular female.
Now, are they just like a breeding pair in there now? Or?
Yeah, they're a breeding pair. They've been together since the beginning of February. Oh, this is my little.
Oh, this one we got.
This is my little Brazilian rainbow boa, and my wife named him Rain Man. These are beautiful, beautiful snakes. I can't wait till he gets about 5 feet long.
So that's a juvenile.
He'll be about the size of this South Florida king snake when he grows up. They also call them, overseas, they call them either Brazilian rainbow boa or the slender boa is another name for them. So if you hear slender boa, this is what they're talking about.
That's a beauty.
At one time, these were considered pretty much just a showpiece. But now with all the breeding, captive breeding that's going on and everything, they've gotten real docile, easy to handle. But like all boas, when they're babies, they're nippy. They grow out of it within a few months.
I don't know if we could pick it up, but we brought him out into the sun so that you could see the iridescent shine on his scales.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see it when I look at it. But I hope it picks up because it's really something to see.
Yeah, that's where they got their name, is from that iridescent sheen that shows up on them. Like all the colors of the rainbow. Come back here. He's climbing on the camera. You can really see it on his head.
Yeah.
I hope it shows up on the camera, but it may or may not. But so I keep plates with napkins with water on the belly heat.
Oh, okay.
It keeps the moisture.
That keeps the humidity up.
Right. And so far so good, because every time he shed with this setup I got, he shed a whole complete shed, not in pieces.
Yeah.
I really hate to see snakes shed like a lizard does.
It means there's something wrong.
Yeah, usually if they shed a whole skin, you pretty much got the humidity close to where it should be. See this brown felt I had to put in between the glass? That king snake, I've never had a baby snake get out of this cage, and that king snake got down that thin and came out of that glass.
Wow.
And I found him underneath of this tote box twice. I couldn't figure out how he was getting out.
Well, I mean, they really can escape from almost any tank.
Escape,
you
man.
really
So,
got to be careful.
You know, and if you have a building like this, they're not going to go anywhere. It's just a pain in the rear having to find out where they went to, because they can hide.
Yeah.
If you forget to lock a door or close a door, these snakes can rub on one of these sliding doors and actually pull it open if they happen to be on. So,
yep. And there's this guy.
That's a Florida snapping turtle. So, I give him worms sometimes and different things, or a little bit of nuggets like this. And then I just put him on this platform up here, and he goes up there and eats them. But if you want to see a snapping turtle, these guys they will bite you. But they're so prehistoric looking, they're just so awesome. And a lot of people have never seen one. But these guys get to be a large size, not like the alligator snapping turtle, but this is a common snapping turtle. And sometimes you can see him snapping that. They never tame down, so they're not an actual pet. I keep turtles in here. One, I keep them for education. The main purpose is to keep the humidity up in this room with all the bubbles in the tank. I have to put one of these in there about every 3 days. I have to put this much water in that tank. That's how much humidity comes up around in the room. So it works for me, so that's what I do. But that's Florida snapping turtle.
And they get what? How big would you say?
He'll probably get 20 inches or so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they get big. They get big. And the reason I hold him by the tail like this is any place else he can bite you. They have a pretty long neck because they're bottom dwellers. They pretty much stay on the bottom, just like the alligator snapping turtle. And when something comes by close enough for them to eat, they latch out like a snake does and grab it. But they pretty much stay on the bottom. But their tail makes them very handleable because their tail is a lot thicker than most turtles. So it's not really hurting them. It's just for my safety and for his. If he bites me, I'll probably drop him.
Yep.
I don't want to drop him.
So, Dennis, thanks so much for showing us your animals.
Well, thanks for coming and looking at them.
Oh, that was my pleasure.
My pleasure. If you ever want to see them on Wednesdays, I'm at Moccasin Lake all day on Wednesdays with some of my animals I take with me, and I stay there all day long. Talk to people and kids that come into the park.
And they just come right up because they see the snakes and they say, that's cool.
They come right in, and some of them even come up there, or some of them call ahead of time and want to know if Dennis is there, so I actually have followers. It's pretty awesome.